Friends, welcome to the last lesson of this week. Let's get started. Our writing goal for today is I can add to the beginning, middle, and end of my story by using the checklist. Could you go ahead and repeat that again after me? I can add to the beginning, middle, and end of my story by using the checklist. On Wednesday, we went through our stories and we looked up feeling words that we had already probably included or we needed to include by adding them to our story. Now, we also worked on showing our feelings versus just telling them. What is it that we're doing that made us feel excited or angry or calm, right? And we use this poster right here to help us with our writing that day and how to show our feelings. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to use two crayons or two different kinds of highlighters because we're going to go look through our story and highlight specific words, okay? And you saw me do this on Monday and on Wednesday with my time words or sequencing words and feeling words. So with one highlighter, I'm going to use yellow. I'm going to go in and highlight all of my sequencing words. And here is my beginning. I'm just using my beginning as an example, but you are going to be doing this for beginning, middle, and end. Okay? So last summer, this lets me know when it happened, last summer, my sister Karina and I went to Mexico for vacation. My dad drove us to the airport at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll go ahead and underline 9 o'clock in the morning because that also tells me when this is happening. Karina and I walked to our gate. As soon as they called our names, we got on the plane. It's going to be a long flight, Karina said. It's only 5 hours. I'm excited for the warm weather. Me too, responded Karina. Well, here we have 5 hours. The airplane flight was 5 hours, and she used the word long to express the amount of time that we're going to be up in the air. So, underlined in yellow are all of my sequencing words or all of my time words. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to underline my feeling words. Okay? So, last summer, my sister Karina and I went to Mexico for vacation. My dad drove us to the airport at 9 o'clock in the morning. Karina and I walked to our gate. As soon as they called our names, we got on the plane. It's going to be a long flight, Karina said. It's only 5 hours. I'm excited for the warm weather. Me too, responded Karina. All right, well, right here, I'm going to underline I'm excited. That is my feeling word here in the beginning of my story. And so what you're going to do again, friends, is you're going to grab two different crayons or two different highlighters or two different markers. One color is going to be for underlining sequencing words, and one is going to be for underlining your feeling words. Remember, you're doing this for your beginning, your middle, and your end. Pause the video right now so that you are able to do that. Highlight the sequencing words or your time words in one color, and then highlight or underline your feeling words in a different color. Go ahead and do that right now. You have used two different colors to underline your sequencing words or your time words and to underline your feeling words. Now we're going to go back and reread our story to see if we can add any more details to our story about what had happened, to show our experience of what was unfair, okay? Because that was our prompt, right? A time that we experienced something that was unfair. And so questions to think about are, what might you add to the beginning of your story to tell more, to answer this question? What might you add to the middle? And what might you add to the end? So go back and reread your story and think about these questions. What else can I add to respond to the prompt? A time that you have experienced something that was unfair. Okay, that you felt that was unfair. And so If we take a look here on the right side, and you're wondering what else can I add? Well, remember, you're focusing on that one moment of your life, and you're writing it using sequence by sharing what happened at the beginning, middle, and end, and describing people, places, or things by using your 5 sense words. What did you see? What did you hear? What did you taste? What did you smell? What did you touch? And also explain how you felt by showing those feeling words and not just telling them in your story. And think about how you can use dialogue, okay? That means showing when someone speaks in your story. As you can see in my story, Karina talks, I talk, and then when I get to the airport, I also show what the lady said. So think about how you can include that in your story today, okay? I would like you to pause this video right now, reread, and add to your story by adding details, okay? And use this checklist to help you so that you can add these details to answer the prompt and make sure that you explain about a time when you experienced something that you felt was unfair. When you're all done adding details to your story, go ahead and share your story with a family member or your pet or your stuffy. And give yourselves a pat on the back for completing your last writing assignment for this school year. Writers, we have done so much work this year, from writing nonfiction books to personal narratives to poetry to opinion writing. Miss Estevez, myself, and Miss Price are so proud of you all. Keep up the hard work, and I will see you next week. Have a great weekend.